What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve.
I'm Lindsay.
Today we are super excited to finally be checking out the Falkirk Wheel. Now, I don't really know exactly what this is beyond the fact it has something to do with boating, specifically narrowboats.
I didn't even know that part.
If I'm correct. But this is something that's been suggested many, many times in the comments section. Probably top 10 on most requested things for us to check out.
Yeah, it's up there.
But yeah, we don't really know what it is, guys. So ready to jump in here and check this out. So we're going to check out the Falkirk Wheel.
There's a history here behind the Falkirk Wheel. 250 years of
What is that?
Great civil engineers of Smeaton, Telford.
What?
Okay, you know what it reminds me of? You know what it looks like to me?
What?
It reminds me of things at the bank. Like the capsule thing.
The thing to shoot the money in?
And like, it's what it reminds me of.
Okay, so obviously this is a boating thing.
I don't really understand what it is.
I don't exactly understand because this is like...
Looks very futuristic though.
Is this like a pond or is there a way... It's like a way
like connected to a canal maybe?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
must be.
Okay, I don't know. Let's continue.
And it's in Scotland.
And they built the canals of Scotland. And way back then, 250 years ago, there was real hard issues around about transport, travelling around Scotland. And these characters came forth with big ideas, big engineering, and mixing both an aesthetic, art and engineering together to deliver across Scotland a network of canals. Those canals were prospered. They prospered through the 18th century and the 19th century. And then slowly and surely, as the 20th century came about, the railways started to take over, and then we saw the growth of roads and motorways. And by the 1950s, the central Scotland canals were seen as something that was dead and gone. And that led to the closure of these canals in the 1960s.
You see how it's moving?
Many of them filled in for motorways.
Look behind them.
Many of them filled in to make way for new utilities and new bridges, and they were lost to Scotland. And from that point of decline in the 1960s, civic society rose up and said, this isn't acceptable. We want to reopen these canals. We want to bring them back to life. Civic society.
Hold up.
That's pretty cool.
So this is obviously a canal, but I don't understand why it's got these big circles and then a thin section and the big circles.
Maybe because like if
for boats to wait.
Yeah,
okay.
they can pull over to the side.
That's what it is. Okay.
Said, stop building motorways on top of these canals. They have a purpose and they can be brought back to life. And engineers then engaged
Look how it's moving.
in the conversation. And the engineers of that time came forth with a project called the Millennium Link. £83.5 million was raised for this project to remove 36 major obstructions.
Wait. Yeah? Okay, so it's just like an elevator.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that.
Well, it's got to be. You got one right here, and then there's like this.
That is crazy. Can you imagine riding on that thing? It goes pretty slow, though.
But this, I mean, okay, there's only one. This looks like this is an exit, so maybe that's a canal there.
From across these canals in Scotland, and importantly, to
oh wait, look at the water over here.
Union Canal with the Forth and Clyde Canal, and the problem there was 110 feet difference between those two canals.
They are using this to connect the two canals.
It would connect them. The connection used to be 11 locks in a field not far from here today. But those 11 locks have been built on, tower blocks have been built on top of them. And the engineers had to move and stretch the canal further out of town and create a new connection.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Something that would grab people's imagination, something that would say these canals are back here for the future, something that would transform this area of Scotland.
Okay, well that makes sense why it looks futuristic then. He said that, did you hear how he said that, once railway and roads started becoming more popular, most of the canals were like pretty much not used. And then they have the initiative people wanted them brought back, like they wanted them used more. And so now they're making it look fun and exciting and modern. I wonder why there's such a difference in level though. Like why this one is so much lower.
He was saying they used to connect over in a field somewhere a ways away. But something had happened. I didn't quite grasp what he was saying there about what had changed in that field. But for some reason, they needed to pull it further. And so now, for some reason, it looks like there's a canal up here and a canal somewhere over here.
And to get from one to the other, you've got... Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Otherwise, I guess you'd have to go up a big hill or something, or come down a big hill.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like this is wild, guys.
I love it.
Something that
look at that. It's like
imagination. Something that
would be fun.
Turning elevator.
Here for the future. Something that would transform this area of Scotland. Looking through various different designs. And eventually they came to this idea of the Falkirk Wheel, as you see behind me today. Fantastic structure, 35 meters high.
Wow.
1,800 tons.
Wow.
Moving and lifting boats. So within that, there's 1,300 tons of steel, 500 tons of water, and it works in a really, really efficient way. A 21st century structure here that can lift boats from down the basin all the way up into the sky. And
wow,
that is pretty
this is cool. So I'm just looking at this. Obviously, we see what's happening, and they pull their boat up onto this thing, and then it just moves around and pulls them up and pulls the other one down.
Like a mellow amusement park ride.
Yeah, a very slow one. But I wonder what made him come up with this design instead of like more of like a straight up and down elevator.
Well, because that was the point I was making, that he said they wanted it to tie into modern times and make it more...
You think that's the only reason they built it like this instead of a different way?
I mean, that's probably not the only reason.
I feel like maybe this was actually the more efficient way, because looking at this, it looks like you would take like one boat on the bottom would pull up, and one boat on the top pulling down would switch places basically, and so you could move more traffic than one elevator going up and down. So I bet that has something to do with it as well.
Long 100-meter aqueduct.
Oh, there it is.
So cool. That would be scary though. I gotta admit, a little bit. Like once you get to the edge.
Okay, so I think they're going away from it. I think that's the edge down there, right? Do you think? Yeah, it's got to be.
Is it only a one-way then? No.
Well, none of these are one way that I understand. Like they have places where you
would also go the other way too.
No, but I'm saying this right here is the edge where they're going to pull off onto that.
Yeah.
The Falkirk Wheel.
Wow, that's a beautiful view.
Is there just like a little wall or something that stops you as you go?
I know, it's a little scary.
Yeah, like I wonder, like, because I've never been on a narrowboat, so I don't exactly know how easy they are to stop and all that. So I'm not sure exactly how that would work. But
maybe like a gate or something that comes down, like when you're going on.
Yeah, you are very high up here, so especially when you go over there,
makes you a little nervous.
Yeah, yeah.
And then up and onto the Union Canal. But the wonderful thing about it is Archimedes' principle.
Wow.
That ancient Greek engineer came up with the principle that anything that sits in water will displace its own weight in water.
Oh, okay, hold on. Now I see, like, when you pull all the way up, you're going to end up being on the wheel itself.
Oh,
already, it looks like.
But there's got to be a way to block off entrance. Because if somebody is already there.
Yeah, if they're, like, in the middle of the... Or maybe you're blocked off down there somewhere, and like maybe back over here. Yeah. Let us know in the comments, guys.
And that is the key to the Falkirk Wheel. It's a really simple piece of engineering brought together on a hillside in Falkirk that now...
Oh, Falkirk must be a place in Scotland. That's what it's the name for the wheel.
Visit, to learn about engineering, to engage with those principles, and to experience.
Okay, I want to see this. I want to see this side. So, okay. All right, so... This is some sort of gate.
It looks like almost like an attraction place. Look, they've got like the bouncy trampolines. I saw people in those like hamster ball things floating on the water that you can like spin.
Down here in this?
Yeah. And look, there's like bumper boats.
Oh, that's fun. So this is a place you could go have a amusement day with the family.
You could probably
a fun park
or something too.
That's cool. You know, I'm looking at this. I know narrowboats are narrow, but this looks so thin right here, doesn't it? And I can't imagine how a narrowboat gets through here.
Well, it's just like that one we just saw in Wales. What was the really high canal that we checked out?
Hold up one second. this gate right here is actually holding the water level in because look, they have to go under here. No, wait, because that would raise up. Maybe this bridge goes away. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but yeah, this is pretty crazy.
The wonderful Falkirk Wheel. So civil engineers, through the Millennium Link and through the building of the Falkirk Wheel, created a navigation.
That is so cool.
Wow.
Look
What
at
they
that.
also did was
All right, guys, I'm sorry for pausing so much. We're just trying to get a grasp on everything and what this looks like and everything. So yeah, I can't tell how this stops them yet, but they're going pretty fast even here. Not like, not like really fast, but considering you're about to get to the edge here, it seems
Yeah.
like they're still moving at a pretty good speed. And it's interesting that they allow people over here
I know.
by the
you would
elevator
think
floating
you
around.
wouldn't be allowed so close.
I mean, I guess they just move people out of the way when it's time for boats to get on or off. Wait. Okay, so
come from the other
the boat
side.
pulls on right
Yeah.
here. Okay. And then they get on here, this boat's going to get on here, and then they're going to flip.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Wow.
That'd be a fun experience.
It would be.
corridor of opportunity.
See,
for
look at the
Scotland.
people
So
on
that
the
£83.5
falls.
million
Wow.
invested in the Millennium Link has now seen nearly 900 million of regeneration and new developments on the banks of what were completely abandoned asset.
Wow.
Civil engineering has been at the absolute heart.
Look at
of
them
that.
driving up there.
As engineers, we are repurposing these canals. We're looking for what they can be for the 21st century. This is civil engineering, and this is revolutionary.
Wow.
That's cool.
I dig it,
Very
guys.
cool.
This looks like a really cool place to check out, especially if you're
Yeah.
into narrow boating.
And I think it would be a really hands-on, cool experience for kids to learn about engineering.
Yeah.
And get them interested in that.
Have you seen? I know we watched the narrow boat, like a tour of the inside.
Yeah.
Is that the only, other than you saw the very brief bit of that aqueduct?
What was the name of that? I can't remember.
I can't think of, I can't ever pronounce it properly.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, that's probably why I can never prounce it properly. But that's something you wanted
Yeah,
to
that's
check
the
out.
only thing
So
I've
really, the only thing
seen
you've
in
seen with
this.
narrowboating is
Yeah.
this and the tour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna do some more stuff with narrowboat. I've only seen a few videos of narrowboating, but I love it. I think it's so cool. It reminds me of RVing, and especially if you get to do cool
Yeah.
things like this. That's really awesome.
It would. Even for just like a holiday or vacation to have a trip like that would be cool. And I could see us, if we lived in the UK, living on one of those at least for a while. That'd be
I
fun.
think we would love it. We're the type that we've always liked alternative living lifestyles and stuff like that, and so that's right up our alley.
Yeah.
I think we would love it. It sounds like you can go pretty much everywhere,
Which is
You know.
crazy, but that's really
at least
cool.
through most of the hot spots that you want to travel through. They all have these old canals,
Mm-hmm.
and I love the fact that they're trying to find new purposes for these canals
Me
and bring them
too.
back to life
Me
and
too.
whatnot.
Instead of just letting it go away and be
Seems like a great way to have an adventure. I want to check out Wikipedia real quick for this and see if
find out more about it.
Yeah, see if we see any other information that might be interesting. Oh, it didn't open up until 2002. It's part of the Millennium Link project. It's one of the biggest engineering projects ever undertaken by British waterways. The Union Canal and the Forth and Clyde Canal were originally joined by a flight of locks. The Millennium Link project replaced the locks with a boat lift, the Falkirk Wheel.
Okay, are locks where you go in and it gets like each level is a little lower?
I
Like a
think that
step
might be what
stair
it is.
system, kind of.
I wonder if there's something more to. It's because it's part of the Millennium Link, and so this sounds like this is only part of it.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. Let us know in the comments, guys. Is there more to the Millennium Link that we should check out? Definitely enjoy this type of thing. The wheel raises boats by 79 feet, but the Union Canal is still 36 feet higher than the aqueduct, which meets the wheel. A lock is a device used for raising and lowering boats, ships, and watercraft between stretches of water of different levels on river and canal waterways. This unique
That's what-
feature of a lock is a fixed chamber in which the water level can be varied, whereas
That's what you were pointing out, I think, on
yeah, that's what it was.
to
I
get to
bet.
the other
Yep.
place. You had to go through the lock, maybe. The Falkirk Wheel is the only rotating boat lift of its kind in the
Wow.
world.
Wow, the only one in the world. That's cool. Time lapse from inside the boat.
Oh, I was wondering about that. Ooh.
Wait. Oh, that's the
Okay.
inside. Okay, that's the inside of the bottom, I guess. Or is that the inside of the top?
bottom.
Oh, oh
my
wow.
gosh. That'd be so fun.
That would be fun.
It goes much slower than that, though, right?
I mean, this is a time lapse. That was like 5 minutes or more.
Okay, and then the lock. Whoa!
Whoa!
The
Where
lock
did he come from?
mechanism comes down. That's cool.
That is cool. Guys, this was interesting.
Have you ever been on it?
Yeah, let us know what you think if you've been on this thing. Looks fun.
And
looks
if you
like an adventure.
Yeah, if you've been to this place, I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it looks like there's other things to do there. So, have you done any of the other stuff that's there? Because that looks cool. You can make a little weekend out of it or something.
Yeah, it looks like at least a day.
Yeah.
It's like a fun place to take kids. But anyways, guys, let us know in the comments what we check out next in terms of engineering feats, narrow boating, all that sort of thing. We enjoy checking this stuff out. So thank you so much for stopping by. Please click that like button. Feel free to drop your comments or suggestions about this video or others. And don't forget to subscribe to continue to follow us on our journey to discover anything and everything about the UK and Ireland. Until next time, guys. Peace.
Bye.